My name is Ann Hartley. I'm from the University Career Center. I am very pleased that you're able to join us today for our sixth annual event. At KU, we have about 3,800 student employees here on campus working in a variety of jobs, a range of jobs in almost every single department. Our campus simply couldn't run without our student employees, and we're pleased to recognize a select group of you today. When we started this program in 2012, I wanted to learn more about the history of student employment at KU, and I searched through records at Spencer Library to find out, what had happened in the past. I uncovered some really interesting information, mostly from the 1930s. And this was during the Depression era. In 1934, KU had a student population of 4,000, and 4 years of college cost about $1,500. Yeah. About 45% of students worked through school, and students earned on average $15 a month, or about 30 cents an hour. This rate just about covered room and board. Today, undergraduate students nationally that work while enrolled during school is above 80%, so it's much, much higher today. Also in 1935, the university received a memo from the Kansas Emergency Relief Committee, which stated that students could be employed on emergency projects. This was the Dust Bowl era, and dust had settled into libraries and other college and university equipment, creating an emergency for cleaning and renovating. Student workers could be used for fire, pestilence, flood, tornado, blizzard, windstorm, as well as dust storm emergencies. And I think that covers probably everything we have in Kansas at some point. And in another source, the University of Kansas, A History by Clifford Griffin, he noted that in the Depression era, the real need was for more jobs for students. So some students were ingenious at finding them. And some of the cited examples he gave, one taught contract bridge to Lawrence Society women at 50 cents a lesson. Another student worked as a night chief of police. With you after graduation and into your career. I'd like to share some background information briefly about the Student Employee Recognition Program. Each year, colleges and universities across the country recognize the importance of student work during National Student Employment Week. This week occurs annually during the second week of April. The purpose is to draw attention to the contributions of student workers and the many roles that they fill. And you may have noticed yesterday we had some tables out on campus giving away granola bars and some freebies just to honor students and to recognize what students have done. In 2011, we formed a committee to implement a recognition program for outstanding student employees. And many departments on campus already recognize their employees internally, but this award was the first campus-wide award that we created. As I mentioned before, it's now in its 6th year. The committee met regularly this year to refine the nomination process and plan the award ceremony. And then campus-wide emails were sent out to encourage supervisors to nominate their student employees through an online nomination form. Those nominations started coming in last fall and continued through January. And also during that time, we solicited volunteers to help us read and review those nominations. Then in February, our volunteer reviewers read all the nominations. We received 39 this year. Each one was read and scored by 3 different people. And then those scores are totaled and 5 finalists were selected, one of which will be named campus winner this afternoon. As part of this recognition, our campus winner was entered into a regional competition of the Midwest Association of Student Employment Administrators. The Midwest Regional Association selects one winner from each state in our region, and there's 4 regions in the country, and each of them have about 12 to 13 states. The regional winners are then sent on to the National Student Employment Association to compete for the National Student Employee.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is such a pleasure to join you this afternoon. When we think about student employees on our campus, I hope that you know that they are critical to all of the work that we do. If you take a moment, did everyone get a program? Open up the program and just take a look at all of the offices that are represented. And you know that this is just a sampling of all of the places that our students are working. As a student who was first generation to college myself, one of the first things I did when I hit my college campus was say, I gotta find a job. Because I worked after school, during high school, I worked during the summers, as many of our students do in preparation for coming to college. So when they come to campus, one of the first things that they look for is, where can I work? Because we know that they need that income for kind of pocket money, but also for some of their educational expenses. And so it is truly, truly an honor to be a part of the celebration of our student employees across the nation, but on our campus, but also to celebrate all of the offices and partners that make the opportunities available to students and to ensure that students can have many different opportunities across their undergraduate education. Working is something that we want everyone to know how to do and be good at it, and eventually as students leave us, we want you to have fruitful careers. And in doing so and having these opportunities, you are working alongside with professionals in offices that are proud of the work that you do, as demonstrated by all of the nominees. We had a record year this year in terms of the number of nominees. We're very excited about that. And so I hope to all of my students out there, you know that the professionals that you work with are very thankful to have you in their offices, that they are very proud of the work that you do and how you represent the larger student body by working in their offices and bringing a little bit of that perspective into their day and sharing some of what our students are going through on a day-to-day basis, but also just helping us do our work. I mean, the work that our students do in our office is critical. It is a big part of how we plan what we do and how we do and how much we can accomplish. So it's not something that we consider as an add-on or an extra. It is something that is essential to the heart, and it is interwoven into the success of this university. Please know that you're not just a student employee or a student worker. We consider our students paraprofessionals, preparing you for your next steps, strengthening the work that we do and the representation that we have as a university. And we are very, very thankful for you to have you. And so I just want to end by saying congratulations. This is something truly that is an honor for all of the students that are working across campus to take the time to celebrate these that were nominated today. And please know that you represent many, many more, that the university is thankful that you are part of our family in this way.
A few words from our student body president, Stefan Alphen.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. First I'd just like to say if college was still $1,500, I don't know about you all, but maybe I wouldn't need a campus job. But it is a lot more than that, and so I just wanted to congratulate everyone for being here today, all of the nominees and all the finalists for being Student Employee of the Year. I think many of you in this room, actually everyone represents the best of KU, and want to thank again all the campus offices that allow us as students to be able to add value to the work that you all do in your offices, and to take a chance on us and be a part of our professional journey. I think being a student employee, I kind of describe it as being both the shareholder and almost on the management team of a company, right? The services and the work that you do are benefiting you, but by being a student employee, you're also being on the opposite end and seeing how the end job gets done. And so a lot of people don't know this, but the role of student body president, technically I am a student employee. And so when I got elected, the very first thing I had to do was hire an 11-person executive staff. And I think if I hadn't had my experience as a student employee before, that would have been a very overwhelming task to do. Figuring out how you manage an office, doing simple things like emails, answering the phones, really just adding value and being a team player. That is what being a student employee is all about, and it allowed me to be able to do that now. And it also allowed me to figure out what my passion is, what I'm passionate about, and that's helping create opportunities. And I know so many of us in this room, by being a student employee, whether that's in athletics or in the molecular sciences or in the communications department, you find what your passion or what it is that you want to do. And I think that is why you all are in this room today. So congratulations once again, and Rock Chalk, and thank you all so much for what you do.
Good afternoon. My name is Teresa Cranbier, and I'm with the Campus Administration and Operations Shared Service Center, and I've been on the committee since the inception, so my 6th year. Okay, we are going to recognize all 39 of our nominees and ask that they come up on stage. If you come over this way, and we'll give you a certificate and a Jayhawk pin. Please remain on the stage here in front. We're going to take a group photo of all of you after everybody's been recognized, okay? Austin Becker from Internal Audit. Morgan Binney from Geography and Atmospheric Science. Amy Brown from the University Career Center. Cora Borgoni from Undergraduate Advising Center. Madison Byers from KU Dining Services. Rudy Munez from the KU Writing Center. Tirza Chesky from Religious Studies. Kelsey Cloud from Biodiversity Institute. Jared Coltrip from Trio SES and STEM. I abbreviated all of that, that's pretty long.
Good afternoon to the students, faculty, and staff of KU who are in attendance. My name is George Blake. I am the laboratory coordinator and avionics technician for the Aerospace Engineering Department. I am chiefly resident at the Garrison Flight Research Center located at the Lawrence Airport. Many of you may not be aware we have a KU presence at the Lawrence Airport.
Dan Oliver. We really do appreciate all of you students do for us. And our winner our